What's up, guys? It is Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we are back from our little all-star break, which honestly felt like forever. We've really grown to love putting these shows out, and it actually worked out the timing because Jordy was sick. Finishing up the last couple videos I was running solo, and they ended up giving him a perfect amount of time to bounce back a little bit. Did you say you think you had the flu?
Yeah,
Jordan?
I had flu B, so that was fun.
Flu, man. Thank God that the All-Star break landed when it did, though. That's
Yeah.
good time for you to rest back up. But yeah, we're happy to have Jordy back. We're happy to get back into some basketball. We've got a 12-game slate. We're going to be talking about February 22nd. February 22nd, Thursday. 12 games, a lot of fun matchups. We have 4 plays for you for first look. And before we get started with all of our plays, though, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. They're going to double what you put on. So if you deposit the whole 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just make sure you put that code in and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll want notifications on just so you don't miss these plays. They do move a lot and they end up, sometimes they're removed entirely. Sometimes they get bumped. But if you want to jump on the value early, just make sure your notifications are on as well. And if you guys don't mind, do us a favor and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. We would love to just continue to grow at the pace we've been growing at. And that's really the best thing you can do. So if you guys don't mind just taking a quick second, hit the like button. It does a lot for us. We appreciate you guys. All right, so these are the plays we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be taking Jalen Williams over 28 PRA. And I'm going to be taking Denny Avdia for over 22.5 points and rebounds. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Walker Kessler for over 7.5 rebounds and Cole Anthony for 1 3-pointer mid. All
right. Well, I'll talk briefly. Like, I'm not going to go over all of them, but a little bit of a recap. I was happy, like the last video that I put out before the break, the Daily Show, we ended up getting the sweep on. We had taken Bam Adebayo for over 1.5 dunks. He went for 3. Victor Wembanyama, 1.5 3-pointers. He went for 2. Trey Mann, who's on our radar now ever since the trade. We took him for over 11 rebounds and assists. He went for 14. And then we got Zion Williamson over 11 rebounds and assists. He went for 14. And I think the one from the night video, I had a bunch of slips in between that, so I didn't recap it. But I think it went like 2 and 2. It wasn't great, but I was happy to get like a little sweep. I need to get back on track, get some green going for the rest of the season. Cool. Well, let's get into these plays. All right, so before we get into these breakdowns, we want to tell you guys about Daily Grind. They're our official partner. They've been with us for a long time now, since the early days of our channel. We love those guys over at Daily Grind, and they are hooking up all of our viewers with 25% off. Just use code BACKDOOR at checkout, and you can get 25% off your first month, and you can apply that to any of the tools they offer. And they continue to upgrade and evolve the tools that they have. I know they've added AI to, I believe, the DFS optimizer, but they're continuing to add value and add new platforms. So if you're interested in checking that out, just use code BACKDOOR and they will give you 25% off of any of the tools. There's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com and get hooked up with that deal. But yeah, you're about to see, we love the DFS optimizer. That's like our main go-to tool. But yeah, let's get into these plays. So starting me off with Jalen Williams here. He was on a heater for, we know how talented this kid is, but he was on a heater there for a minute in the earlier part of the season. And I think that the lines just caught up with him, because it's not that he started to play bad. It's just the lines started to get a little too expensive for our liking. But he's been popping off again. So I want to jump on his line here for this Clippers game. We got a 237.5 over under, with the Thunder actually favored by 2. So I'm excited to get, this is one of the games I'm excited to get pieces of. There's several. Obviously, I'm going to want to get into that Suns game, but I'm saving that for the Daily Show. But yeah, let's jump over here to Outlier. Take a look at Jalen Williams. So this was, I had pulled up earlier, just this is his head-to-head. He's gone over this 2 out of 4 times playing the Clippers. His most recent, he went for 35 PRA. If we look at his last 5, 3 out of his last 5 he's hit. But look at these last 2 games against difficult teams. You got the Sacramento Kings here. He went for 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. And then you got the Orlando Magic, who are pretty stout on defense. He went for 33 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. If we take a look at this matchup to shooting guard, which is what he's listed at, I know he moves around a little bit. Yeah, for points allowed, 19th, 15th in rebounds allowed, 14th in assists allowed. So middle of the road with rebounds and assists, and below average with actual points allowed to shooting guards. He's always been good about getting his minutes, averaging 33.4 over the last 5 games, just 2.2 fouls, not getting into foul trouble. Just under 17 field goal attempts per game and shooting 55%. So this is all looking good here. 5.2 3-pointers per game, shooting 48%. He's in rhythm right now. So I'm happy to jump back on this play, especially since he's been crushing it lately. So yeah, if we hop over to Daily Grind, let's see the PRA. They've got him. So as Prize Picks given it to us at that? Let's see. Yeah, 28. Let me just double check Outlier. Yeah, Outlier has this line at 28.5 too, which I can fine tune that, but I was just making sure that that's right, that it's only at 28. So you're getting it at a half-point discount on Prize Picks. Daily Grind has this at just under 51% odds to hit. They have it at a -121. And yeah, you can see all these other odds makers have this at a 28.5. And we've got a few that are like middle of the road, 50-50 shot. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this play. I know it's no matter what position, it's a tough matchup against the Clippers, but I think this should be a good battle, and he'll need to have a good game for them to win this game, in my opinion. So that's going to be my first play I'm going with. My next play, Deni Avdija. I really love this play. He went nuts in his last game, and I'm not afraid of this matchup against Denver. If we take a look at this over-under, it's the Wizards, so there's always blowout potential. Yeah, of course, there's a 15-point spread favoring the Nuggets. So you guys are used to this by now with our channel. Whenever we're talking about the Wizards, we always have like a reasonably high over-under. Like this game, 231.5, and then you've got the Nuggets favored by 15. So caution about the blowout. Like there's always potential for blowout, pretty much no matter who's playing the Wizards. But when you have a team that is relatively solid like the Nuggets, yeah, there's blowout potential there. So keep that in mind. If you're not feeling this play, just fade it. But I'll show you why I'm like really excited for it. If we hop back over here to Outlier, look at his last 5 games. He's gone over this 4 out of his last 5 by a significant margin. 32 being the lowest he went for points and rebounds out of the games he hit. And this is just set at 22.5. His last game, he went for 43 points and 15 rebounds. That's against the Pelicans too. So regardless of a somewhat of a difficult matchup, yeah, this is difficult. Second in points allowed, second in rebounds allowed. So he's going to have his work cut out for him. But we know that with all the trades that have gone down and whatnot, he's one of the pieces that they want to keep a part of what they're doing in their rebuild out there. So I think that he's going to continue to see these great minutes. And yeah, if you look at that game that he didn't hit against Cleveland, he only played 20 minutes. So I think that game got out of hand, or for whatever reason, he didn't play like his full minutes. But even with that 20-minute game, he's still averaging 35 minutes per game over the last 5, and he's been knocking on the door of 40 like 3 out of these last 5 games. 2.4 fouls per game, so he's not getting in foul trouble. 15 attempts, shooting 57% from the field. 5 attempts from 3-pointer, shooting 42%. So all this is checking out. He's getting to the line decent amount. He's averaging almost 5 free throws made per game right now. So I'm loving all of this. I'm very excited to take advantage of where this line's at, since he's been like crushing it regularly. If we hop back over here to Daily Grind, and we take a look at, here we are. He has points and rebounds. They have it favored to go over at a 52.03% odds to hit the over. They have this one at a -128. And you can see some of these other odds makers like FanDuel has this bumped all the way up to 23.5. So we're definitely getting this at a good price. I know this will get bumped tomorrow. But yeah, everyone else that has it at 22.5 has it at a -120 or higher in odds, favor to go over. So I'm feeling great about this. By the way, if you guys do want to check out Outlier, this is our favorite statistical analysis app. I could go on and on about all the ways this app helps and is pivotal to what we do with our research. But if you want to try it out, you can get a free 7-day trial. Just go through the link in the description of the video. We've partnered up with them, so they're letting all of our viewers just try this out for free for 7 days. So go check it out, see what you think about it. I'm sure you'll love it just like we do. But that's going to do it for my two. I'm going to pass it over to Jordy now for his picks.
Yeah, so before I get into my picks, I just wanted to tell you guys about one of our other partners, and that's Chalkboard. Chalkboard is another prop betting platform, kind of like Prize Picks, but it's more like Sleeper in a sense where you have to hit every single one of your plays to cash your slip. But what they do that I don't know that any other app does is you can set your own lines. So like Cole Anthony, for instance, I'm taking him for 0.5 3-pointers made. I could bump that up to like 1.5 and get a higher multiplier with them. And you can get your multipliers to get all the way up to 100x, and you can bet as low as $1. So it's a lot of fun over there. Definitely go check them out. There's a link in the description, and if you use code BACKDOOR at checkout, they'll also match your first deposit up to $100, just like Prize Picks does. So great deal over there. Go check them out for sure. All right, so yeah, to get into my plays here. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this nasty cough that I had. Let me tell you, the flu is worse than any other sickness I've ever had. It is not fun. But anyway, so my first play is this Walker Kessler for over 7.5 rebounds. This matchup looks great for him. 26th in rebounds allowed to centers, giving up 13.3. You know, he's done this in 3 out of his last 5. In the head-to-heads, he's had some pretty big games. He's gone over this 2 out of 3 times. And in one of these games, he had 16 boards against them. So, you know, Charlotte is not a great rebounding team, so I like this one to go over. He's only done it in 4 out of his last 10, but honestly, he's just coming back and he's just getting those minutes back. So you can see where his minutes have started to trend back up. He's been going over this, so I feel great about Walker Kessler in this matchup. And if you look at the over-under on this game, let me just pull this up real quick. Let's see here. The over-under on this game is a 230.5 over-under with a 10-point favorite to the Jazz. So big over-under. We love to see that. So I feel really good about this play. If you look over on Daily Grind here, it is a 53.71% chance to go over and a minus 136 pretty much across the board. Some people have this at a minus 142 and higher. So I feel really good about Walker Kessler in this matchup. I think now that after the All-Star break, he should be getting plenty of minutes again. So going to be taking that one for the over. And then Cole Anthony. You know, I love this play. It's just 1 3-pointer, and he does shoot enough of them for me to feel comfortable taking it. He's shooting 2.2 a game, and he's making just under 40%. So, you know, we just need him to cash 1. If you look at the head-to-heads, he's hit this every single time that they've played Cleveland. So, you know, 6 out of 6 is pretty good on paper. Over his last 10, he's hit it 5 out of 10 and 3 out of his last 5. So I feel comfortable with it. You know, 9 out of 20. It's just one of those plays where, you know, it seems pretty low for just a guy who's, I mean, he's a point guard. He's just going to, you know, he's going to shoot the ball for sure. And he's shooting enough 3-pointer attempts for me to be like, okay, it's just 1. So I feel good about rolling the dice on this one. It's a 53.49% chance or 53.38% chance on Daily Grind and a minus 130 again across the board. So these are the 2 I feel great about. So I'm going to be rolling the dice on those 2. The over-under on this game is a 215 over-under with a 6.5-point spread to the Cleveland Cavs. So small game, but I think he can at least cash us 1 for sure. So those are the 2 I've got.
All right, guys, it's so great to be back. We're really excited to be back in our full schedule. We went through a lot. We went through my technical issues with my laptop and us kind of cutting back a little bit, and then when we started to get back in motion, we got the All-Star break. But we're pumped to be back. It's good to be on the First Look show with you guys again. We're excited for the Daily Show tomorrow. We'll be back on Underdog tomorrow as well. Speaking of Underdog, if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you go sign up and use code BACKDOOR, because they will match your first deposit up to $100 and give you instant pick'em specials. So you've got you're going to be getting off on the right foot, because they're going to give you some props that will make sure that you have a good odds to hit on your first couple slips. So definitely take advantage of that. There's a link in the description of the video, and we're doing full-on videos for Underdog now. So we'll be dropping you a 5-pick slip tomorrow. Around the time we do the Daily Show, we try to drop Underdog and the Prize Picks Daily Show around the same time. But we're having a blast with it, so definitely take advantage of that. Go sign up and use promo code BACKDOOR. And I was going to say too, with that Walker Kessler, I think you may have mentioned it. I couldn't remember, but Kelly Olynyk got traded.
Oh yeah, I did not mention that.
Yeah, so Jordy and I were both looking at that play, and then we were kind of catching up on some of the trades we missed, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Kelly Olynyk got traded. So Kessler should be able to hit that. He's going to get a minutes bump for sure. So we're feeling good about these four. We hope you guys have a great night. We're looking forward to jumping back in with the Daily Show tomorrow with a fully populated board. But yeah, just really happy to be back. And if you guys are interested in checking out our Discord, we've stayed active in there. So there's a link in the description of the video. It's about 50 cents a day. A lot of value to be had. The community as a resource is the biggest value. There's just so many good people in there, good vibes. We all work as a team to make sure everyone's eating. So go check that out. If you go through the link in the description, just make sure you go up to server subscriptions and subscribe once you're in Discord, and it'll unlock all the channels for you. But we really appreciate you guys. It's been a really good time to sort of reflect over the All-Star break, and we're very grateful for all your help with liking the videos and whatnot, helping us get to over 10,000 subs, and we're excited to continue. But we will catch you tomorrow on The Daily Show, guys.
All right, good luck, guys.